Hello fellow AFOLs and welcome to Long's Bricks. Today we are taking a look at LEGO Minifigures Series 27. Now this should be due out on January 1st. I lucked out and found these at Walmart yesterday, so I was very excited to check them out. And I wanted to put together a review but also a code list for people who are looking for these. I know there's an app that can like scan it and tell you right away, but that's only for Android, and as an iPhone user, I can't use it, and so I wanted to put this together so that people who also have iPhone and don't have access to that have a way to check these out. So basically how these work, you have your normal UPC here, but then you also have this QR code. If you've been collecting LEGO minifigures, you're probably kind of hip to this by now, but if you just download some kind of QR scanner, it will bring up a long number, which I'll show right here. And what you want to focus on is this first set of numbers here in the front, most notably the last two digits of that number. So when I scanned all the ones for this series, they ranged from the last two digits being 93, and then the last one is 04. So it goes 93, then when it gets to 99, it goes to 00, and then 01, 02, 03, 04. So that will give us 12 distinct numbers. So if you are looking for these, that is a way. If you're looking for a specific one, you'll know which one is which when you scan the QR code. And what I'll do, I don't know which one corresponds to which numbers now. I just know that I have 12 unique numbers. So we'll go through, we'll open these up, and then I'll be able to tell you which figure corresponds to which number as we go. So let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so we'll get started here first with number 93. All right, looks like we got a wolf. That's pretty cool. All right, so let me open up. I'll try to keep track on one of these what all the numbers are. So it looks like the first one we have here is kind of the knight with the wolf companion. So I'll put 93 on here so we can keep track of that. And then it looks like he's got a nice fuzzy cape. Very nice. Got dual molded legs right off the bat. Gotta love that. Some nice printing there on the back and the arms, especially some chainmail. Then we will put on the fluffy cape. It's kind of crinkled up there. There we go. I guess that's a howling face. That's pretty funny. I love his crazy sideburns. And then he's got this cloak. And then we'll give him his sword and shield. Really nice sword here. I'm thinking this is, I could be wrong about this, but I think this is the sword from Lord of the Rings, and I think they've just been using it a lot. But it is a really nice design. And then we have the wolf shield, nicely painted there. And then we have his wolf companion. This is really cool. I like this a lot. Doesn't have any articulation or movement or anything, but still looks good. I like the painting on the face, the little dark gray tuft of fur there. Very cool. So we'll see if we can attach him to the base. But there you go. Number 93 is our Wolf Knight. All right, moving on to 94. All right, it looks like some kind of a gerbil costume. This looks pretty good. So we have dual molded short legs with some nice paint there for the feet. Dual molded arms. Little tuft of white there on the back for the tail. I will say that it feels like the white could use like another coat because it's not quite white. It's almost more of like a pinkish because the brown underneath is bleeding through, which is a shame because of the dual molded arms and legs. They went all out, but that's kind of a bummer. And then we have a fun little face there and a joyful face. And then here we have The giant gerbil head. That's pretty amazing. This is a fun one. And then it looks like he's got some cucumber pieces. They actually give you two. He's probably only meant to have one, but they like to put extras in of these kinds of things. So you can have 2 cucumber slices. So there you go. 94 is our young gerbil enthusiast. Moving on to 95. Alright, this looks like a skateboard. Interesting design there. We'll go ahead and pop the wheels in. Pop in pretty easily underneath. And then we have the body here. So I'm not sure if this logo is supposed to be anything specific. It kind of looks like CSD is my guess there. Or maybe CSJ. But I like the detailing down here for the ripped jeans. That's pretty cool. You have a little bit of the yellow legs shining through. So it doesn't look like dual molded legs, but they are painted. You even have the seam here on the side, which is a nice touch. And then you have that logo painted again on the arms. Not really much going on in the back. Looks like we have a backpack, so probably why there's not much back printing. So it looks like she has a band-aid there from a recent injury. Those are your 2 different face options. And then you have this crazy hair piece, which I think is pretty nicely done. You have the backwards hat with the tuft of hair showing through the hole in the front. That's a really cool piece. And then we will put her on her skateboard. The skateboard seems kind of huge in comparison to the minifigure, but overall, pretty neat. Unfortunately, it's not going to be able to connect to the base. Maybe we can just have her hold it? No, it's probably going to be too thick. It almost looks like it's meant to be held there. I'm going to try it. Yeah, there you go. Okay, it is. Perfect. I was going to say, the rounded edges there make it look like the minifigure is supposed to hold it. So, perfect. So that is number 95, our skateboarder. All right, moving on to 96. All right, we got a lot of stuff going on here. It looks like some kind of steampunk or half robot. Not quite sure what's going on with this guy. I assume it's this gentleman here on the front of the packaging, but he's got dual molded legs. Really nice printing here on the front. And then he's got kind of a mechanical arm. I love when they put in the detail of like the seams and everything for the clothes. That's really cool. All right, then it looks like we have a Colonel Mustard-esque head there with the mustache and the monocle. No second face because he has this wonderful steampunk top hat with the goggles and everything. So that's looking pretty great. And then I'm going to have to check. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Let's see if there are instructions on how to build his... Here we go. Okay. So we have this piece, which I feel like was the Shuri weapon from Marvel. And then we take one of these and pop this on top and add this white ice cream piece. And then you have a little dial. And then you have a grabber claw piece that you pop in the front. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to be, but they want him to have it as an extension of his mechanical arm. I guess this is just to show that it's steam powered, so there's steam coming off of it, but they're giving him a crazy large mechanical arm. Very interesting figure. And you do get a couple of extra pieces. But number 96 is the Steampunk Gentleman. All right, already a third of the way through. Let's move on to 97. All right, 97 is Cupid. So once again, we have some tiny legs, dual molded, very nice. Nice printing there on the front. Little printing there on the side of the arm. And then it looks like, now I think it's interesting they've decided to give him this kind of like wing build when it seems to me they could have used the wings from the Dungeons and Dragons eagle, I think, but maybe they didn't want Cupid to have wings that large. So I'm assuming we're going to take this piece and just pop this on here. I really love those eyes though. He has kind of a normal face, but I have to go with the heart eyes. That's really, really fantastic. And then we have this hair piece. I don't know if this is new, but it's one of the first times I'm seeing it. Very disheveled hair, but very nicely detailed. And then, of course, we will give him his wings and his bow and arrow. And just in time for Valentine's Day, you have Cupid. Now, he does come with two little heart pieces as well. I don't know if we can maybe put one in his hand. Because of the shape, it doesn't stick to the hand as well as studs do, but you can kind of hold it there. But it will kind of fall off if you move it around. But we'll do what we can. So there we go. 97 is Cupid. Moving on to number 98. All right, we have our astronaut or spaceman. Some really nice detailing on this. I love the printing here on the chest. It's a really great color scheme. The printing down here on the legs. Look at this side printing. That's great. Octan logo branding there. And the printing on the arms. They go all out for the minifigure series. I love it. Look at that. All right, so he's got a backpack piece that I need to build here. So we take this and we attach this to it. And then we have one of these that we attach on. And then this goes on here. And this goes on here. And I guess that's just to make a little jetpack. It's really a shame though, because the printing on the back is so nice. I almost don't want to cover it up. But that gives him a little jetpack there. I feel like it's pretty far removed from the minifigure, but it's a simple little build, but I wish it was a little bit more compact. And then we have our face here. So he is all covered up. He does have an alternate face that's a little bit more exposed. Looking like Storm Shadow here. And then you have the gigantic helmet, which I think is actually cool because that is translucent, the red plastic there. And that's a dual molded helmet, which is really nice. You have some red there. So pop that on. That's really neat. I think that's a great helmet. I would love to see a whole space theme with this like logo and design, but they'd never go all out as much as for the minifigure series. But really like the design and color scheme of this, especially down here on the pants and the chest. The helmet's really cool. So that was number 98, the astronaut. Next up is number 99. All right. This looks to be a maybe pirate of some kind. See the skull and crossbones there. You have a little doubloon, some jewelry. I like the little pouch there. Dual molded legs. Very nice touch. Have some printing there on the arms as well, which looks very sharp. And there's our face. two-sided face there. And then this is an amazing headpiece here. I hope I'm putting this on correctly. This has to go in the front, right? What am I doing wrong? Oh no, this does go in the front. I am doing it wrong. I thought that was more of a tail in the back, but it does go in the front. I love the bandana and the hair. That's really cool. And then she comes with a cockatoo, which is really nicely detailed and molded. I think that's really cool. And then she comes with a cutlass. There we go. Get that in there. Now, technically, she does come with two. So if you'd like her to dual wield swords, you absolutely can. But yeah. A female pirate with a cockatoo. Really nice printing on this one. I like it a lot. Oh, you know what? I think I missed something because there is... I just found this. This is a skirt piece. It is a skirt piece. So I'll have to take this off. I feel like this is going to cover up all this really nice printing, though. All right. Put this on. Actually, maybe it's designed to go in the back. Funnily enough, the directions do not show me anything about how this is supposed to attach. Yeah, it's supposed to go around the back. So there we go. So that way it won't cover up the beautiful printing. So we'll put this on. And this, I'm not terribly good at these, but I will do my best. And then we can pop this back on. So that's kind of cool. Some nice texture there. I can fix it later, but there we go. So that was 99. The female pirate. Finishing out the second row, we have 00. All right, the pterodactyl. I have to admit, this is one I was very much looking forward to. I've loved the other dinosaur costumes that we've gotten. The T-Rex and the Triceratops. So the funny thing about this is because of the way the wings are done, you're not going to get a ton. I mean, you can spin them around, but it's going to be difficult for the character to use items. But the really nice printing. I love the color. I love the printing down here for the toes. The abdomen, the wings look great. Unfortunately, the wings are not painted on both sides, but still pretty excellent. And then you have quite the happy face there, and an evil, angry face on the other side. And then you have this wonderful pterodactyl helmet. This is just great. I love this. These are so fun. So, relatively simple one to put together, no extra pieces or anything, but wonderful detail, and I'm loving the dinosaur theme. Really hope it continues. But that was 00, the pterodactyl or Pteranodon. I'm not sure, but the dinosaur. All right, starting our last row with 01. All right. This is... I think this is the telescope. So this is the child with the telescope. Let me take a look at how to assemble this. Oh, okay. They have a prosthetic arm. I think that's the first I've seen that in Lego. That's very cool. So you just attach that on. So, tiny legs, but they are movable. No printing of any kind. Kind of sparsely printed, except for the front of the chest here, but that is a nice design. And I like the two face printings that we get. You have a squinting face so that they can look through the telescope. I think that's really cool. And then pop on. That is a fantastic hairpiece. Really like that. Okay, now I have to build the telescope, and there are quite a few pieces here to do this. So we're going to take this black stud and put it on top of this white cylinder piece. And then this will go on top of that. And then this will go on top of this. And then this goes on top of that. And this goes here. And then we need to take this stud, attach it to this, attach this on top of here. And then this will attach like this. Yeah, it has to attach like that, right? No, oh, I'm sorry. That makes way more sense. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. And there we go. We have our little telescope build. Not the best, but not bad for a minifigure series. And then we can have a child look through with the squinting eye. I think that's cool. Really nice detail there. And then we should be able to attach this to the base because of that. There we go. There we go. So that was 01, and that is the child with the microscope. I'm sorry, telescope. Very big difference. Child with the telescope. In the home stretch now with the final three, we'll do 02. Okay, so this is the cat owner. I think it's funny that they have painted cat hair all over the pants. That's a nice detail. And then this wonderful cat sweater. Really nicely done. And then we have this frazzled face. That's really fantastic. I love that. And then a joyous face. But I think we have to go with the frazzled, like just had a cat attack face. And then we have the hair piece here. And then you have a little ball of yarn you can put in their hand. And then you have your cat. Again, static piece, no movement or anything, but very nicely detailed and painted. So that is our cat owner. Kind of basic, but pretty good. I do like the sweater a lot. I think that's really fun. And that was 02. Only two left. If you're keeping track at home, we only have the monster and this girl with the Squishmallow knockoffs left to go. So moving on to 03 here. Okay, it is the Squishmallows. At least that's what I'm calling them. That's what they look like to me. But I think this is just like a girl in pajamas. Or some kind of jumpsuit or sweatsuit or something. Nice printing there on the arm. Okay, so yeah, it is some kind of like jumpsuit that the head could be pulled over, but she has it down here on the back, the hood. Nice printing there. All this printing down here on the legs like footy pajamas, I guess. I guess that's what we'll say. Footy pajamas is probably the closest thing. There is a nice bit of printing there on both sides. And I really like this hairpiece. I think that's kind of cool. I think this is from like Ninjago or something, this hairpiece. Or maybe Monkey Kid, I'm not 100% sure. But then she's got these two little plush friends, which I think look very much like Squishmallows. I guess this is supposed to be a blue dog, and maybe this is like a penguin or something. They don't have any printing on the back, but they look like they have the holes on top, so if you have like little bows or something you wanted to put on top of them, you could. But they're kind of fun. Not too bad. So that is the, we'll say, footy pajamas with Squishmallows, and that was 03. So hopefully the best for last. This should be the monster. This is 04. If everything goes according to plan, yeah, there we go. We got our monster. So I think this is really cool. Even though you're going to put that big headpiece on top and cover most of the chest, they still painted it all out. He's furry, tufts of fur, his little claws here on the feet. Nothing printed on the arms and very little on the back, so he doesn't have a ton of printing, but he does have this absolutely massive monster headpiece. I love that face. He's either very joyous or he's scaring someone, and that makes him happy. That's great. And it looks like he's got some horns, so we'll put some horns here on the side. That's just really fun. I love these crazy monsters. And then it looks like he also comes with a book. So we take the book piece and put the story with, it looks like him right there. And then we'll put the cover on. And it just says boo. But it's nicely printed. And open it up and there's the story inside. And then of course he can grab onto that right there. And you get one extra horn. But yeah, he's pretty fun. Very basic in terms of printing, but that headpiece makes up for it. And I really like the book as well. I think that came out great. So that is 04, The Monster. So just to recap quick before we take a look at all of them together, here is the breakdown. If you would like to screen cap this, take it with you when you're out and about looking for these. So we have 93 is the Wolf Knight, 94 is the Hamster or Gerbil Enthusiast. Then we come down here to 95 for the Skateboarder, 96 for the Steampunk Gentleman, 97 is Cupid, 98 is the Astronaut Spaceman, 99 is the Female Pirate, 00 is the Dinosaur, Pterodactyl, Pteranodon, 01 is the Child with the Telescope, 02 is the Cat Owner, 03 is the Footy Pajama Girl with the Squishmallows, and then 04 is our monster. So there are the codes for Series 27. So really excellent wave. I mean, with the LEGO minifigure series, you know, they go all out with dual molded legs, dual molded arms, arm printing. So you're always going to get really nice, high quality minifigures. If I had to pick a favorite, probably the dinosaur, with the monster being a very close second. But I also really like the gerbil or hamster. I like the wolf knight. The space guy's pretty cool. The telescope, Cupid, they're all pretty great. I mean, honestly, but I think definitely these two probably my two favorites. But it's a really nice assortment, so definitely recommend checking these out. Should be available everywhere January 1st, and hopefully now you will have the code, so you'll be able to get all the ones you want without any duplicates. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.